Hey Sasquatch, welcome to the video. In today's video, I wanted to cover a team that I actually switched to because there was this trend of Swampert and Double Steel appearing yesterday morning when I was doing my sets. Seems that today it's reverted back, or maybe it's just not as oversaturated, but my other team that I've been running the majority of this season, the Scrafty Tentacruel Cresselia team, just wasn't cutting it against these double steel teams. Also, we did hit ace. So in today's video, I'm going to just show you a team that I use to adapt to the current climate of GBL. I typically don't change my team, but it was just such a distinct change in the meta for that time I was playing that I built this team. I just wanted to show you a set that I ran with it. We were seeing a lot of Sirfetch'd and a lot of Swampert leads. So this is kind of why I put this team together. Alrighty, so in this first battle, we get the Sirfetch'd lead. At first when I was playing, I kept seeing Sirfetch'd, and I lead Scrafty on my other team, so I was like kind of struggling. So they switched to Skarmory here, and I'm going to switch into Mantine. So I'm actually running a Mantine here as kind of like a safe swap or like a medium ground for Azu even. But yeah, so I noticed that there was, maybe it's because of Community Day, but there were so many Swampert leads and so many Sirfetch'd leads when I was playing that I figured Cresselia is actually not a bad option here. Plus, I decided to keep it Confusion and use it for the chunk damage. The thing is, this type of team comp does struggle against Shiftry leads. It does struggle against Galvantula. I don't think this is necessarily a team I would run. I mainly ran this team because my default team I love using was just I got so many losses from this double steel team because the Skarmory in the backline was the thing that was really messing with me. Because Scrafty is pretty decent, but he can't handle a full team of Pokemon. So a lot of times I would stay in against the Swampert with Scrafty, and yeah, then bam. But anyway, so in this match, we are in a pretty good position. I'm using Cresselia kind of as my main Azu counter. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually trying to drain the Azu's energy. And interesting enough, it doesn't seem this Azu's even running Play Rough. So I'm going to actually be able to chunk away some damage here. And I think this is actually pretty significant because it is a little bit of a close niche scenario otherwise. I am running Confusion, so the energy gain is slower, but the main reason why I like running Confusion is for these scenarios, like against, like I don't have to throw energy against fighters, for example, and I can just store all of my energy. So even though we don't throw as many charge moves, arguably we don't need to in some scenarios as well. So fortunately for us, we're able to just pull off the win here. Sorry about that, like watermark down there in the corner. I was trying something else out and I guess it, for some reason, just forgot to remove that. Okay, so we get a Melmetal lead here. Melmetal is a tough cookie, but I decide I'm not going to switch out. They decide they're just going straight Rock Slides, which obviously is the only play they really have. So I'm going to throw a Moonblast. I'm hoping to get an attack drop. The thing is, because I'm running Confusion on Cresselia, this actually can start chunking down Melmetal. So I've actually played this matchup before when I was in a Crater Cup tournament. I remember I was facing House Stark and he was running Melmetal on his team, and I was running my Scrafty, Tentacruel, and Cresselia line on a team of 6. And he brought the Melmetal pretty much every match, but I realized even before the tournament that my only way to deal with Melmetal was pretty much Cresselia. I mean, Scrafty can do good, but again, it's weak to the superpowers. It's kind of a tough bait game to play sometimes. I mean, for the most part, Scrafty can like counter down. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. So we have the Azu here, and instead of just letting Scrafty die, I decide I'm going to switch out to Mantine. And we can take a play rough. I'm going to farm a little bit of extra energy because a lot of times with these type of Pokemon, like Acid Spray or debuffs in general, if they have the switch, they're just waiting for you to throw a move, and then they're going to switch right out. So there, they switch in Melmetal, and I'm going to throw my energy just because I'm a little scared of the Thunder Shocks adding up. So here, I'm actually going to opt out and go for an Ice Beam over Bubble Beam. I'm sure this should do a little bit more damage, but I probably could have just gone for a double Bubble Beam. But I guess a part of me was thinking, this is a tough battle. I don't know what's in the back line. A flyer is going to be really hard for us to deal with. And of course, they do have an Altaria here in the back line. And I decided to go for the bait move, and they do shield. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure if this is exactly how it works, but I don't know if me switching out and coming back in with Cresselia would have been able to give me that move. I think I just died, regardless. So we get a Snow lead on our next battle, and that's pretty good. We can stay in with Cresselia for that, but they end up switching to Stunfisk. We're gonna match their switch with our Scrafty. I love running Scrafty in Great League. I mean, mine's also rank 17, so for the most part, as long as I play well against the mirror, I always come out on top, or it ties. But yeah, obviously, I'm in a pretty... I was thinking maybe this is the early Steel type. So I decided to just take the EQ. I didn't want to double shield here. They bring in Marowak, and this is okay, because we do have Mantine, so I'm going to throw Foul Play. I think I decided, yeah, I was just going to stay in and try to line up Mantine with the Marowak here. So we do get 2 shields, and I'm going to send in Mantine. So, Shadow Ball and Shadow Bone aren't necessarily threatening. They do damage, but again, we're not going to be too worried about it. So here, I feel like they switched on that, or maybe I did that intentionally just to lower its attack. Yeah, I think I did that intentional to lower its attack, and then I was just going to bring Cress in and not really shield, just kind of like, you know, do Moonblast here, farm down the rest of its health, and then when Marowak comes in, we're pretty much just gonna have to, yeah. We might be able to throw off a Moonblast here. I think that's what I try to do. In my mind, I was thinking I could probably just knock out at this point. And it's close, but I can switch to Mantine and just do a couple farm downs with Bubble. I haven't run Mantine at all this season, and it's actually not a bad pick. It's just electric types. It's definitely a little scary against the Volt Switch, but I haven't been seeing much aside Galvantula. The occasional Raichu, but very rare. Okay, we get another Sirfetch'd lead here. I don't really mind losing to Sirfetch'd lead with my other team. It's just that against double steel teams, my Tentacruel isn't really adding anything to the battle. So I'm actually playing almost at a handicap. I am playing at a handicap when I'm playing against double steel teams, because most of those teams are trying to bait out Azu, but at least Azu can kind of do something against Steels and Swampert. Alright, so in this matchup, I think I decided to just take it, because I was thinking at this point, we reduced the attack a little bit. I knew I would be able to live. We just want to try to reduce its attack as much as possible. And they end up switching out here, because they know we have, well actually, I don't know if they know that we have Scrafty. Yeah, I have no idea actually. Yeah, they did not know that. Yeah, they definitely didn't know. Sorry, I'm a little confused just because I'm so used to leading it. But yeah, the Cresselia we had to bring in. I actually don't know if it was worth keeping it in to let it farm down. But I don't think I didn't have Switch. What am I? I did switch. Wow, sorry about that. I switched with 1 HP. That's why it was confusing to me, because I definitely did switch. And I was like, wait, did I die? And then I'm like, why is there a switch timer? And why is my Pokemon still there? Anyways, that's pretty much all we had to do. The one thing about running Scrafty is, as long as you can kind of wear down the steel types, usually late game, unless they have energy to threaten Scrafty's KO, Scrafty can just kind of clean up. So in this battle, we get a Deoxys defense, and this is actually not bad. I mean, it could go... It's interesting that they're going Thunderbolt, because I always thought going straight Rock Slide is the play here, especially since I'm running Confusion Cresselia. But maybe it's a little bit different for Psycho Cut. Maybe they're just thinking they need to do as much damage versus how long this matchup actually will be in play. Sorry about the commentary today too, getting a little off track. I keep trying to talk about my other team while I'm showing this team, but the only reason why I ran this team comp was from the influx of Swampert leads and Sirfetch'd. Which, again, even if we saw Azu, which was also probably not uncommon, we could do okay with this team. The thing, like I already stated, this team definitely struggles against a Shiftry lead, which I really haven't seen many. Galvantula is still a very common lead, but the thing is, you can actually, if they do lead Galvantula, you can stay in with Cress with Confusion and be able to pull off that matchup. It's more when Galvantula's in the back line, it's a huge problem. But yeah, so we're gonna throw in our power up punch here. We got the stun fist. This is the thing. I'm gonna actually throw a foul play here, suspecting that they're not gonna shield this, but they do end up shielding, which is pretty smart. But again, we're still like in a really good position, and I think I decide, you know what? I'm just gonna even shield this, and bam. Fortunately, this is what I was just talking about last match too. Is like Scrafty, once it gets like a little bit of ramp in the back line, it's pretty threatening. So we did go 4-1 this set. I am Ace Trainer now. I will be doing my Ultra League Premier sets tomorrow on my stream at 5 p.m. Pacific time if people want to swing by. I didn't want to post too much in Great League just because I've only been running the same team, and I realized I could have taken more of an opportunity to even show bad sets and explain how I could have played it better, because the Scrafty Cresselia Tentacruel team is very hard to play. I feel like it's more of a team that's... It takes a little more nuance to learn how to master it. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you liked it, consider liking, subscribing. It really helps out, and the Stat Squad's getting stronger each and every day. You guys have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. I'll catch you next time. Peace out, friends.